Okay, hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I thought I would go over my anime and my manga haul. Basically everything that I have gotten in the last 2 to 3 months. Fair warning, I do have a lot of manga to go over, more so than the anime. And the reason why is a little fact about me. I have glaucoma, so my eyesight is not the best for reading, so I'm trying to get as much reading as I can. I'm trying to read as much as I can before ultimately probably not being able to. But with that little sad fact out of the way, let's get started. We're gonna go with the manga first and then the anime. I think the manga is a little bit more interesting to show. So yeah. So the first one, I don't know why I have this, but it is High School DxD, the first volume. I bought this, and I gotta be honest, didn't read it. I first got into this a long time ago when I first got into anime. I really liked it. Now I don't. I don't care for fan service in animes, but I did want to buy this just because I thought it was interesting and it was cheap. So, yeah. Now, the next one, I actually don't know how to pronounce this series. I'm pretty sure this is the whole set, but I know it's based off of an anime. But that's Danganronpa. I don't really know. Yeah, I really don't know how to pronounce that. That's volume 1. Pretty cool. Haven't read these yet, but I actually got these really, really cheap at the exchange for, I think I got all 4 of them for $15. So I didn't think it was bad, but I did hear some good things. More so of the anime, not the manga, but obviously this is based off of the anime because it says the animation. But yeah, it looks cool. I like the art style, but I definitely need some time to read this. I plan on reading it eventually, just not at the very, not at the very moment, because I am reading some other stuff right now. Now this one I'm really excited for, and that is Dark Gathering. I don't know anything about this series. I watched a single episode and I thought it was really cool, so I ended up getting the manga at my local comic book shop for a really good price. And yeah, this just looks really, really cool to me. So there's that. And then I also have volume 3 of Chainsaw Man. I absolutely love Chainsaw Man. I cannot wait for the Blu-ray to finally come out in America. I will be buying that the moment it comes out. But I did read the first 2 volumes. I watched the entire anime, and I also have a few statues back there. I haven't read this one yet, but I am very, very excited to. It's a little bit raunchy, but ultimately I do think it is a cool action anime, and I like the manga quite a bit. From what I've read, I've only read 2 volumes, so it's not much. Now here's one that I'm really excited to read, and that is Call of the Night. Now, I love the anime. I binge watched it the first day I got it. I don't do that with anime, like, ever. But I think what's interesting is if you haven't actually read the Call of the Night, I don't know how common this is for manga, but the pages are actually smaller. They don't fully take up the page. I thought that was pretty interesting, but these are a little bit harder to come by, at least where I live. I could get stuff online, like on Amazon and stuff, but they only have like a set kind of volumes. I think the last time I checked, they didn't have like volume 2, 4, 6, so I wouldn't even be able to fully like collect this. I'm gonna have to find a store near me that actually has these, but I'm so excited to read this. Now, this is the current series that I'm reading, and that is Muroka-chan, or Maruka-chan, again, don't know how to pronounce it. I read volume 1, liked it. Interesting thing about this series, though, there is way more fan service in the manga than there is in the anime. Don't know why, but yeah. So there's volume 1. I also have volume 2, which, pretty good read. Volume 3, which I just got at a bookstore. It's called Wall of Books. If you live in Ohio, then you probably know that store, because I'm pretty sure it's like one of the only actual bookstores still around other than like Barnes and Nobles. So there's this, and then I also have volume 4, which I still have to read, but I gotta be honest, this series, if you haven't watched the anime or read the manga and you like Ghost, you really gotta do yourself a favor and just either read the manga or watch the anime. I think you might like reading the manga more because, you know, obviously there's more to read than the anime, because the anime only got 1 season, so that's kind of a bummer. Now, this is the last of my manga, and then I'll get to my Blu-rays. And if you've seen my Blu-ray collection, there's actually some stuff in here that wasn't in the collection because I just got them that recently. So if you have seen my collection videos, and you know I am a huge fan of Tokyo Ghoul, and I am obsessed with the manga. This is such a good read. I definitely prefer the manga way more when it comes to the atmosphere compared to the anime. This is more slower paced and like very horror. It's definitely way more horror than the anime. The anime is like, there's some bits and pieces for it, but it's mainly like an anime, or an action anime. But this is almost like a noir story, like murder mystery type vibe. I really like it. So I have volume 1. I have volume 2, which there's some stuff in this, like, I guess this isn't necessary. It might be a spoiler for a show for anyone who hasn't watched it, but it's interesting. In the manga, Toka's the one that is training Ken at first. In the anime, it is, I can't remember who, but yeah, it's totally different in the manga, and I definitely prefer the manga when it comes to Toka training him compared to whoever it was in the anime. I also have volume 3, which season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul is definitely pretty faithful, I would say, to the way it adapts the manga. And then skip season 2, I can't stand season 2, and then 3 and 4 is kind of meh. Now this is what's interesting. Volume 4, there's a lot of stuff in this volume very specifically that is extremely dark and extremely gruesome, that's actually like cut out of the anime, which I think the anime would have been a lot better with that specific episode if they had some of the scenes that are in this. Yeah, he's twisted. That's all I can say. He's way more twisted in the manga than he is in the anime. At least I think so. I also have volume 5, which I just got. I have not read it yet, which is weird because I actually read Tokyo Ghoul before I read Tokyo Ghoul because I'm an idiot and I was not paying attention. So I also have this, so I am very excited to read that. And then I also have volume 1 of Tokyo Ghoul and I only bought this because it was extremely cheap at Wall of Books again. And yeah, I did read majority of but I'm still trying to get all of the original Tokyo Ghoul run done and over with. We're done with the manga now. Now it's time to get into the anime. There are only 2 animes that I'll be showing that were in my previous collection videos. The other 4 or 5 are completely new. Psycho Pass season 1 and 2. I gotta be honest, I do not like this show. I got a few episodes in and it's not, my attention's just not there for the show. I don't think it's bad, I just don't think it's my kind of show. I like the art style and stuff. Some of the choices in the show is just very weird to me. Perfect Blue, I genuinely think this might be the only creepy anime I've ever watched that actually made my hair stand up. I said it in my collection video, the theme song that plays in this movie is actually like creepy, and it will like freak you out once you hear it because it's just weird ambient noise, and I love it for that. But I do not think that this movie is as great as everyone made it out to be, but I did still really enjoy it. I think this and Pet Shop of Horrors are probably like the go-to animes to watch during like October. Okay, now we're getting to the stuff that was not in my collection video, and I just unboxed this one today, and that is Dandadan Season 1. I am so happy that I own this. I truly adore this show, but with that being said, I think this is slightly overrated, and when I say slightly, I mean it's definitely overrated. It's my kind of anime, but even I could admit that it blew out of proportion. I think it's definitely not everyone's kind of show or manga, but this is really, really a good show. And if you haven't tried it out yet, definitely give it a try. Whether or not you like it, that's up to you. I don't know your style of stuff like that. I also have Dark Gathering, just like the manga. I did get the anime. Now this one I actually haven't opened yet because I am trying to watch some other shows at the moment, and I don't want to just open stuff that I don't need to at the moment. But I am very happy that I got this because I got it for actually really cheap off of Amazon. I think it was like $37, $38. Everywhere else it was like damn near 80, so pretty crazy to think about. Now this is an anime that I truly love, and this was actually one of the first animes I ever watched, got me into anime, and made me appreciate storytelling, even though I don't think it's still the best story, and that is Black Lagoon. If you haven't watched Black Lagoon, do yourself a favor. Seriously, you need to at least try a few episodes out, and if you don't like it, just watch Roberta's Blood Trail. That is, I think the OVA is just way better than the entire show in general, but I still think the show itself is awesome. There's a lot of cussing in it, and there's a lot of kind of racist jokes, so if you can't handle that, maybe don't watch it. But for me, I'm fine with that stuff. I think it's all funny, but it is a very interesting show, and I really wish this would have continued. Now, I'm going to get so much hate for this one. I have tried watching this show 2 or 3 times now, and I get like 3 to 4 episodes in, and then I give up because I think this show is incredibly overhyped, and I don't see the hype for it, and that is Attack on Titan. I have the entirety of season 1, even though I don't really like the show. I've had the manga at one point. I think I read like a volume, or I'm sorry, I read the first volume and I gave up, couldn't do it. I'm thinking now that I bought this, maybe it will force me, because I know that I paid the money for it, that it will actually make me sit down, fully watch a season, and see what all the hype is about. So I might actually make a video on my thoughts about this once I'm done with season 1. I'm not sure yet, but I bought it. I think I watched 1 episode, and already I was just like, meh. I don't think the show is bad. I think the animation's actually pretty cool. It's just the Titans themselves I can't get behind. Like, I think they look incredibly goofy, and they're not threatening to me in any way. Like, I don't feel like they're a massive threat in the show, and because of the Titans themselves, I think is why I don't like the show. I think they run funny. I think they look funny. So if someone in the comments can tell me maybe I need to give it a, definitely like a serious chance, because maybe I won't even like season 1. Someone in the comments can tell me, hey, it gets better in season 2 or season 3 or whatever it is. If somebody could let me know, that would I'd be very much appreciated with that. But with all that being said, that is everything that I have gotten in the last 2 to 3 months. I hope someone out there enjoyed this, or maybe wants to even check out something that I showed. So hope everyone has a good day, and I will see you guys all next time.